Roth, thanks for tagging me. I've been tagged once or twice before, but I guess you can never be tagged too many times. And it was actually interesting timing because I have to write an autobiography pretty soon to send in as part of a graduate school application. So it's difficult for me to do an autobiographical essay or even to answer 5 facts about myself, because it seems to me that myself, the self, it's always a work in progress, and then I can never really step outside myself and describe myself objectively. I can only display myself and express myself and give an example of a self in development. So I'll try to give 5 facts though. Off the top of my head, I don't really have anything specific in mind, but I guess one good fact would be I have a dog, golden retriever named Tyler. I kind of have an affection for canines too. He's about 2 years old. He's a good dog. Fact number 2, maybe my favorite book, or at least, you know, I have other, it's hard to pick a favorite book, but the first book that really got me into philosophy and spirituality and everything that I'm really interested in nowadays was the book on the taboo against knowing who you are by Alan Watts, which is interesting because you're about to do a video about him, which I really look forward to. I've read this book about 3 times, and I'll probably read it again because it's really really insightful. It's about Vedanta, Hinduism, and the myth of separation and duality, and the core of everything that seems to be wrong with our experience of being alive is sort of cured, or at least given the opportunity to be cured in that book. So that's 2 facts. Third fact is that, well, you know, back to graduate school, I actually got denied from Naropa, which was the original school I applied to, my first choice. I didn't get into their transpersonal psychology program, which may end up being a blessing in disguise, because recently I've gotten really into, you know, I've been into it for a while, but I've gotten more into cognitive science and philosophy and epistemology. You know, I'm certainly still into Buddhism, which Naropa was a Buddhist university. I've just become more entranced by the philosophical side, the theoretical side, rather than, you know, it's great to help people and to be a counselor, but I seem to be more orienting myself more and more towards ideas, certainly discussing them with other people, but not in a therapeutic setting. So I'm looking for graduate schools in, you know, philosophy, cognitive science. So anybody that has any suggestions or experience with that, let me know. So that'll be the 3rd fact. 4th fact is I actually work at an air conditioning company, and that's my boss calling me right now. I'll call him back. I'm accounts receiving. It's you know, it's a pretty small company. Me and 4 or 5 other people. So I've been working there for a few months. 5th fact. I'm starting to take meditation seriously. The last month or so, I've been sitting outside, usually after dark, and just meditating for about 40 minutes. And I'm really starting to enjoy it. It doesn't really make sense to me to treat it as work or as a chore, which is why I never really had gotten into it before, because it seemed like defeating the purpose of meditation if you sort of had to force yourself to do it. But I'm starting to enjoy it now, so it's more of an enjoyable thing than a chore. So I'll leave it at that. I'm looking forward to that video on Alan Watts. So yeah, thanks for the tag, and tag 5 other people. I got to do that. Yeah, I will. I haven't picked anybody yet, but I'll put it in the description box. So yeah, thanks for listening.